slipped. I made sure that I found a way through a cloud of haze. Every day I whipped, found how to live through all them cloudy days. You know the mind's a maze with all its mixtures. It's always hard to get the entire scope of the picture. 1080p, that's you other busters, yeah, obsolete. Can't fuck with me, excuse my French, but I'm not discreet. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I've learned my lesson. I learned 1996 birth, one of the greatest weapons untold. I'm destined to reach heights thought I could never see, but foolish thoughts rampage my heart and let me not reach the peaks that's entrusted to me. My belief shatter of past actions I grieve, but grievance never really matter. It's how I choose to act differently in the coming battles to overcome my limitations and get out my shadow. But it's hard to wade in this water where it was never shallow. Fuck it, let me get the paddles. Fuck that now, let me get this castle. Fuck that now, let me get this battle.
What it do, everybody? We back up in this thing. It's your boy Sage. As always, with me, brethren, Croco's Corner, T Smooth, and Nino back up in this thing. That's the Nino if you need to know. But we back up in this thing. How my brethren doing? How y'all doing this week?
Doing all right, on our weekend off, was able to go to New York City Comic Con. It's pretty dope. For like take a day trip on that Sunday.
That's cool. I'm chilling. Last week, went to Atlanta for the Bills game, so it was a good time being out there.
There you go. I'm tired. I'm good. I'm just always the same for me. I'm tired.
We understand. All right, back up in this thing as always. What is this? Episode 84. Please stay tuned in. Make sure you hit that noti bell and like, comment, and subscribe on all of our content, just so that we know that you are here with us, rocking with us. If you agree with some of our sentiments, then hey, let us know. If you don't, let us know as well. We have no issues commenting back at you and starting a course of dialogue. All right. So first, T already brought it up, so we might as well talk about it. How was your overall experience at New York Comic Con?
The experience was dope. I got to see again from DreamCon, Terry Huddleston, dope artist. Was able to get a full print of Powder or Jinx from League of Legends. I forgot what the show is called on Netflix. Arcane. Was able to get a full print, probably like the length of half my wall. He worked the deal out for me. I was able to say the original price was $300. I was able to get a good deal thanks to him on that one. And also got to see Ozzy the Virus and Biz. Two dope individuals. Ozzy's the artist. Biz is his that pretty much holds it down for Ozzy. When it comes to selling Ozzy's art and everything that they have, and really dope individual. But my main reason for going there was being a part of Players Alliance. We were working on trying to get petitions, get content, get our petition signed to stop that EA Sports deal. If you don't already know, we'll send you that link. Ask about it. We need this petition signed. We need to stop this deal because it's just going to lead to layoffs. It's going to lead to prices on microtransactions, projects being rushed for many of these games that we love and we enjoy. So literally, it's affecting us as gamers. But also, I cosplay a little bit. I brought back the Sakamoto from DreamCon. It's pretty dope. I'm gonna try and get some of the photos put together in like a little collage and put it up on our Instagram so everybody can see the experience. Other than that, it was pretty dope. On top of that, I actually got a chance to interview Fiction. If y'all don't already know, dopest dancer out there from the West Coast. Got to battle probably one of my favorite dancers here in Battlefest, Havoc. Dope battle. He's been around the world. You probably seen his martial arts videos. But yeah, it was a time. I wish I would have went more than just one day because it was so much to see. So much to do, so many booths that you could visit. Highly recommend if you have a chance of going, take the trip to go to New York Comic Con. If you're in the city, it's right there in your backyard. If you're in any piece of New York, take the train down, get an Airbnb, Go for like 2 days. I think at most you probably might need 2 days, depending on what panels you want to go to and what people you want to see. But overall, fun experience. They did announce a couple things. One that kind of like um, they showed things with Bloomhouse, especially with Black Phone releasing Black Phone 2. Um, they had a Capcom panel, which I missed out on because I was on Friday. Um, and one thing that they released, which I'm still trying to figure out why. As many of you may know that's watching or will be watching, the Invincible versus game is coming out. It was announced a couple months back. I think it was the Video Game Awards or PlayStation Showcase or whatever. But it's literally Invincible characters duking it out, going crazy. They added Cecil. I'm trying to figure out why, but apparently Cecil is very prevalent in the story, and he can duke it out with these people. I don't understand how, but he can. Um, I'm gonna show you a quick video, and then we could like talk about it, and then move on from that.
God damn it. I am in charge of the most ridiculous bunch of super-powered morons. God, they're fucking children. Always complaining and fighting amongst themselves. And leave me to clean up after them. Lucky me. Fuck you, Nolan.
Fuck you, Cecil.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
Put him to bed.
Go! My time is valuable. Lights. Stand up just for you. I'm here. Gotta keep you on your toes.
Put him to bed.
Here we go.
Stop right there. Do it.
I'm indifferent about it. It is what it is. Like some of his moves are cool, but I don't know. Maybe y'all might have a different thought about it. I know some of y'all don't play fighting games, but
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it looked kind of clean. But like you said, like it's clean, but it's like the only thing I can see him doing is just the teleporting. So it's like, of course, in the game they have to make him just as fast as the superheroes. But I mean, it makes sense because you have other games like Marvel Contest of Champions where you got Nick Fury fighting like Gladiator or something like that. I guess to just like have it as a playable character. Probably just to sell more merch too.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. In Injustice, my favorite character was Catwoman. Catwoman shouldn't be able to hold weight with Superman. All right.
Talking about her fighting style?
Yes. I just liked it. Like, I gravitated to it and was really good at it. So like, I know there's gonna be people who the fighting style that Cecil presents in this game are gonna be able to gravitate to it, and that's the one reason why I won't complain about it. And that happens in fighting games at times where they have a character who seem like they have no business in that lineup, but they end up having that play style that people can enjoy, and I just think that's possibly going to end up being the case with Cecil here.
I agree with Derek's sentiment. I thought it was pretty clean. You gotta have some sort of these characters like this in these fighting games just to keep up the variety. I'm curious how it's gonna fare with the other two big fighting games that I believe is dropping next year. I can't remember.
Marvel Token and
Marvel Token
they're
and
dropping that
something like
Avatar:
that.
The Last Airbender fighting game.
That's gonna be interesting. So
Dang.
I'm curious how it's gonna fare with all these fighting.
I can show y'all a trailer of that. I'm not sure if y'all seen that one.
The Avatar one?
Yeah.
No. I've not seen
I'd
it.
never thought about that as a video game.
That'd be
Yeah, so
fire.
it's literally like it's what is it? It's literally like if y'all didn't play like Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Here it is right here.
That's cool.
I don't know.
No,
I think
not
they
that
waited too
shadow.
late to put that shit out.
Yeah, they did. They waited way too long for that.
They like 8 years late.
I was a baby.
Nothing earth.
Man, it's
I was
alright,
a
but
baby.
I'd rather take the other shit that's coming out.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about that. On to the next topic. We can just put all of this Marvel stuff together. Hold on. Let me put down the timestamp.
They ain't released nothing crazy at New York Comic Con, T?
They did. I gotta go back over it, but I only went on Sunday, so I only know a couple things that occurred. I didn't get a chance to like
okay.
really go through everything. I still have
Okay.
to sit down and like see what announcements were made.
Mhm.
Let me see. New York City.
Because, I mean, what's coming out next movie wise?
A trailer was
The
shown for
Supergirl.
Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Vision Quest, the spinoff, is still in development. The cast featured Paul Bettany as White Vision, and they're bringing back James Spader. Season 2 of X-Men 97 will debut summer 2026. Features the return of Apocalypse. Season 3 was also confirmed, promising annual installments for the series. The original series creators will return as executive producers. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2 will arrive on Disney Plus fall 2026 and feature the arrival of Venom symbiote, along with appearances by Daredevil, Norman, Harry Osborn, and other classic villains. They show Wonder Man. They show a couple cool things. It's Welcome to Derry that's going to be premiering on HBO Max this. In a couple
Wonder
weeks,
Man
actually.
was it? Okay.
Interview with a Vampire. They showed a little bit about that. Knights of the Seven Kingdom, another Games of Thrones spinoff that's debuting in January. Wonder Man, Invincible, Mercy, Vampire Lestat, Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake drops Season 2. Star Trek New Strange World Season 4. So, yeah, they showed a lot of stuff. I just got to really go back through with it and just send it to you guys so y'all can see what it all is.
Okay.
Awkward silence. All right. We're on to the Marvel, I guess now.
Yeah.
We got Incredible. Wait, does anybody know where these got something for the rumors? So I know there's been rumors for the Incredible Hulk movie, but I don't know if y'all had any new ones.
No, not really.
Essentially, yeah, just the only thing that I can see, indeed, you could probably elaborate a little bit further on is Mark Ruffalo wanted he's been wanting to, and it's something where he's expressed that he's not the only one behind the scenes that feels like there has been instances where different people have wanted to do something kind of spectacular with the Hulk. It's something that they feel like they can do with the Hulk. It's just that he doesn't know whether it's going to ever be able to happen or not because of the rights agreement with, I believe it's Universal. So it's something that he's basically, it was an update from Mark Ruffalo saying like, I'm still trying to fight for this. I just don't know whether it'll actually ever happen or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Universal gets their head out their ass.
Never gonna
'Cause,
happen.
I mean, they only got the rights to
Yeah,
the Hulk.
bro.
Like, I don't understand this.
And Namor. They also have Namor.
Which is weird as fuck.
But do we really need a Namor standalone Namor movie?
No.
But I feel like Namor in the MCU would go crazy.
It, exactly. It all depends on how the character get used.
I know, but I'm saying they still have to contact Universal in order to use him. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
They
with the
fall under
control.
Yeah.
terms of Universal. So the same way that they've been moving on with the Hulk, who's to say they don't start moving like that with Namor too? And then it's all hell.
I mean, it's probably how they have. We haven't seen Namor since Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see him in the Avengers, but it's like, dang, like now that you mentioned that Universal has the rights to him, it's like, okay, they're like, okay, we don't want him in that movie, or we want him for this and this, but it's like, dang, like
From some
we
plot
waiting this
leaks,
long for Namor.
he might have a big role, kind of, somewhat. If you're familiar with the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars, then you know what I talk about when I mean the Cabal, and that's I'm gonna leave it there. Blade movie rumors. I did hear some of this stuff, like some of the background. Supposedly Lilith might be the main villain, and I think supposedly Marvel has already introduced Lilith in another show or movie. I can't remember what, but supposedly Lilith is already in the MCU. Let me double check.
I think at this point they have to recast Blade. Honestly, though,
I don't think so.
Nah, if he's still down, why?
Yeah.
Mahershala Ali
It'd be
is still
harder.
Crazy. Mahershala Ali
how old? How old is he? Ain't he like 50?
Everybody in the MCU 50.
Nah, damn, you're right.
Like,
Like
they
the
could
Deadpool
get
joke,
10 more years out of him.
They're gonna use Hugh Jackman until he's 90.
Exactly.
That's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that is
like
another thing that kind of came out.
He's 51 years old. He don't even look 51. That's the crazy part. Like probably early 40s.
Yeah.
No, black don't crack.
And plus, he's been one of the main reasons why Marvel is still sticking with the Blade movie in its entirety. He's been adamant. He's been there letting niggas know, hey, this script is ass. Go back to the drawing board and find somebody else to write it. Hey, the second script, a little bit better. But guess what? Still ass. And he's been doing that for the past, almost, they announced it 2019? 7 years. 6 years.
Bro, 7 years to
7 years?
like do a Blade movie.
It's ridiculous.
They don't want to. I understand they don't want to mess it up though. Like the same reason why they didn't just necessarily recast T'Challa. It's gonna be a lot riding on that next movie. So why not? Let's just give it some time real quick. Let the shit breathe. Give everybody the time to watch the Wesley Snipes movies. And then when we have a verified product that's going to fucking knock fans off their feet, then we drop that shit. Until then, let's not just fuck around with this shit. Because these are the movies that help fucking push the MCU into new levels. Blade damn near helped Marvel stay afloat.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. Heavy.
And then fucking Black Panther was their first black megastar, I guess you'd say, with the African influence on top of that. You had a lot of people going off of that shit, so it meant a lot to them. So I understand why they did it. But now it seems like they got a good script, and it seems like, oh yeah, Mia Goth is supposed to be playing Lilith. I think she might have been in the Fuck, what was she in? Damn, Agatha all along. I think.
What? She?
I don't think she was.
I know that she does a lot of like horror movies. I've seen a lot of her horror movies. She's not a terrible actress.
God, I don't know. Either that or there was a screen leak where they were saying that they might use Lilith as the main MCU villain for Blade. One of the two. It sounds like it's pretty good. Supposedly, and these are leaks, so take it with a grain of salt. It was supposed to have or feature Blade's daughter as well, and Lilith was
See
trying to
that?
get Blade's daughter's blood. I'm guessing for no, all sorts of nefarious deeds.
And apparently Jared
But-
Leto's supposed to be in this Blade movie too.
As what?
God no,
Once you get him in the mix,
God no.
you know what that mean.
Please
Flop.
don't.
No.
If they don't bring him back, if they bring him back as someone else, but not like a big character, just to have Jared Leto in the movie, I'll be okay with that. Just don't have this man playing Morbius. I'm done.
I mean, he's
Nah,
gotta
they
play
wouldn't. They would
Morbius.
find a new character. Nah,
He
they
gotta
find a
play
new character.
Morbius.
Bro, who else would he play besides Morbius?
Niggas
Some
gonna
new
start
role.
memeing Morbius again, and Sony gonna be like, "Hey, they actually fuck with the movie. Let's drop it in theaters again."
Exactly.
They actually mess with the movies, guys. See, they're memeing it. They wouldn't just make fun of it if they didn't like it, you know?
Nah,
Dumbass-
Jared. I don't want
dumbass
Jared Leto
niggas.
nowhere near no Blade movie.
Not at all. Not at all. Who would y'all like to play that? The white guy who was his like mentor. I can't remember his name. You know? Who I
Ron.
thought
Wait, who played his mentor in the last joint?
Leonardo DiCaprio would not be a bad choice. I'm thinking about it. It would be a lot of money.
You know how? Yeah, I was about to say no.
For a side role, he'll be like, "Nah, I need some coins, man."
But it is a big role at the same time, though.
who was
He's one-
Blade's mentor in
honest-
the last one?
But here's the thing:
I can't
if Leo like his deal would probably be, I'll be in this movie as long as I can be in some form or fashion in the Avenger movies.
I don't think Blade will be a part of any major Avenger movie. I think he's gonna stick on
And
the
that's why
supernatural side.
you will not be able to get him for it.
Nah, but you can still get Avengers level movie with a Midnight Suns though.
Yeah,
That one is you talking crazy.
some Blade Ghost Rider joint. Yeah,
There was also hold on, let me see if I can find out where this leak was. It was a crazy new leak for Doomsday, and I ain't gonna lie, they're going crazy.
Jonathan Taylor 3 touchdowns. He's on coke.
Jesus.
No, he's
How
not.
many fantasy?
Yeah,
He in fit form.
Bro, he had 3 touchdowns last week.
yeah, let the man
How many
rock.
fantasy?
We
How many
don't
fantasy
need
points he got?
our black man getting tested out here.
I'm about to check. He on my
What?
fantasy team though. I just had to throw that in there.
He on my fantasy.
He on my fantasy team too.
He
but not
has
in this league.
32 fantasy points,
Jeez Louise.
and Keenan Allen has 20. Oh, the Colts coming back.
I got Trey McBride with
But you mean the Chargers?
24.6 points.
Yeah, Chargers coming back on the Colts.
Bro, why is my internet moving so slow? What the hell is going
Just
on?
money, pay
B?
the bill.
You couldn't go one episode without starting no stupid shit. One episode.
I tried.
All right, I got the thumbnail. Thumbnail is in the drive, by the way. While we kind of have this little breakup time, but
Oh, Jaden Daniels out. Right hamstring injury.
Wow.
I won my fantasy this week.
Jonathan Taylor has 11 total touchdowns already this
He's
season.
leading the league in rushing yards and tutties.
touchdown. Yeah, he on one. I mean, this ain't nothing new. We knew he was capable of that.
He just needed to stay healthy. That was the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
While I find this joint, bear with me. Do y'all like the addition of Lilith within the Blade series from the leaks that we're getting so far?
I'm fine with whatever they do.
I'm just
give
happy
me
it's
a good
developing
movie.
for real.
Just give me a good movie.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think low key, how they were saying when James Spader did
Ultron.
Brightburn,
Oh.
that was like his audition for DC. Sinners damn near could have been Ryan Coogler's Blade audition or whatever. I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like they
but
could have gave it to him regardless, but it's like, you're like, show us you know how to work with something spooky
So
besides black power, this and that.
you think that they would hit him up for the sequel? Because they
nah,
already got somebody, right? That they would be hit that they using.
they should use him from day one. Like
Nah, don't they already got a guy?
I thought they only had a writer. I
they
didn't know they
had,
had a director.
yeah.
Sage, you know that the answer to that.
I'm gonna look it up right
what's
now.
what is it?
The
Who's
Blade.
the
Do they have a director already?
I don't believe so.
So then, D, you might be right. You might be right. Maybe
Yeah,
Sinners was the.
they lost the second. They had two directors, and people kept
Yeah.
leaving the film, but they lost the second director back in June 2024.
Yeah. I think they're actually
Yeah.
pushing it back. I think what they're focusing on, and they're making a smart decision. They're focusing on finishing up this fucking phase
Yeah,
in the smoothest and greatest way possible. And then after that, they're gonna focus on the Blade, because I think there's a movie right after Avengers: Secret Wars, a movie slot that's still open.
no, they canceled
So
that. Remember?
nah, I'm after Secret Wars, not before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's one, and I think they haven't really specified if it'll be the X-Men at that point in time or if it'll be something else. But a lot of people were speculating, hey, after they get done with Secret Wars, because I think they're doing reshoots for Doomsday now, if I'm not mistaken. They take a couple months off, do Secret Wars, probably be finished by mid 2026. Then Kevin Feige can truly focus on Blade and the next movie that's gonna really get the ball rolling. Because how they talking about it? I'm trying to find the source for this damn leak, because I feel like a lot of y'all, I think y'all will like this. If y'all like the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars, then you'll like what this leak is saying, because it seems like the MCU is going to use heavily from that storyline, a lot of aspects from it, and it'll just make these last two phases come together a lot more seamlessly than what fans initially predict is going to come out as.
Another question, and on top of this, what do y'all think about? What do y'all think about? What is his name? The Black Knight or whatever, or what was teased in Eternals about
The
that
Ebony
character?
Blade,
Yeah, that dude kind of playing a role in this movie. Did you still want that just for continuity purposes, or would you prefer
Might
them
as
to
well
just
keep
kind
it
of get
going.
rid of that altogether?
just
Come
get
on.
rid of it, because if they're not gonna do nothing with Eternals or even have him be like, I feel like introducing him in the Eternals movie, he's got some type of connection to them. So if you introduce him in the Blade or bring him into the Blade world, it's like people be like, okay, we're gonna see the Eternals again. But I don't think that's gonna be the case at all.
Yeah, I think they can still use him in the Blade movie. Tag him up with the Midnight Suns, tag him up with Ghost Rider, so on and so forth. But you don't necessarily have to use them with the Eternals. We know that they have that connection there. It gives credence, which I think is what they're gonna do. Is they're going to have MCU Supernatural, I'm Marvel Supernatural, all of these different factions of Marvel going through their own battles, going through their rogues gallery, going through their villains, and then it's gonna build up to that Axe Day event, and then they could bring back the Eternals after some time, after they wash off the stench of the first film for some people, and then recreate it, probably recast some characters so that they're not getting Angelina Jolie expensive ass as one of the characters, and then actually do it more comic book accurate. I think that's what they're gonna do. It seems like
See what
that's
this
what they're gonna
reboot
do.
does. What does it like? That's the thing that we still can't see, which is fine because it makes sense that more of that detail will come out in Doomsday and then Secret Wars. But like, we just don't understand exactly what this reboot is going to do. They could say that right now, they could do a reboot, and that reboot could simply mean the circumstances and situations are a little different for each character, and technically that would be like a reboot. Or they could have that same thing plus some characters, which I know there has been rumors about, but we can't, there's no assurance really right now in regards to whatever way it were to go, because we just don't have enough. Once we have a little bit more, I think something like that, I'll be able to see, I'll be able to understand. I do think that, yeah, that Eternals is a perfect example of a group that you could reboot. Um, I'm curious to see if ads play a part in the reboot as well, like off the rip. Like as an example, if we go back for a second to Thanos, we had before the snap and then after the snap, there were certain things that were changed. There was no new characters that really came, and I could be wrong about that. Please don't hold me on that one. But if the same kind of situation happens with pre Doom activities versus post Doom activities, and then you get like a Shi'ar Empire brought in, because you got an opportunity to bring them in with a reboot. You could just say, oh, well, ever since the events of Secret Wars, they've been in space and they've been keeping tabs of the different, like of Earth and different areas that exist. That's the part that I'm curious about. Will they do something like that? Like, will they step out on a limb and say, okay, we gonna have characters here that we introduce, but we introduced for to allow us to be able to pivot so we don't run into the same mistakes that we ran into in this previous phase. I think that's smart. I think it's smart as much as like I don't just want like the Shi'ar Empire located on a radar. I think if you do have things like that, that's just kind of there. You could say they bomb again in the next phase. Say it just all goes wrong. Then they could possibly try to rework stronger stories, experiment with different directors, different producers, etc., for something that they introduced and kind of kept on the back burner. But again, it's all speculative at best right now. We had to first see what direction they going.
All right, I was able to pull up some of this from
So,
the.
someone just came through Polar Nights. As a barber, I love this show. It is every stage of beard growth.
Love it. Yeah,
I
it
wonder,
genuinely is.
I wonder which stage, who is which stage. I'm curious.
T is full. I'm more like partial. You like goatee. D like shaving. Couple days beyond shaving.
I
That's the
gotta go see.
stages.
What are you talking about?
Yo, Polar Nights really do appreciate that. Really do appreciate that.
Yeah.
We didn't notice that. It's like a cell tower.
I was able to. So spoiler alerts going forward. I wasn't able to find the actual source because this nigga didn't reveal it to us for whatever reason. But I'm gonna just read it from the YouTube video that I'm seeing it from. I'm gonna read it real quick. Avengers Doomsday features 2 final battles in New York City. All the heroes of Earth 616 face off against those of Earth 838. Among the heroes of Earth 616 are all the Avengers: Spider-Man, the Young Avengers, the Wakandans, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and the Mutants. It's a full-scale endgame level fight with all the teams reuniting for the final time. Meanwhile, the heroes and villains of Earth 38, led by Doctor Doom's team known as the Cabal and commanded by King Thanos, the Maestro, and other powerful members, prepare to fight. During the battle, several major heroes are killed. Jean Grey faces off against Wanda Maximoff, who is being manipulated by Doctor Doom just like the Sentry. In a key sequence, the Sentry goes berserk and begins killing people on Earth 838, unleashing the Void. Meanwhile, Charles Xavier decides to sacrifice himself and manages to save Bob from the Void, freeing him from Doom's control. Still under Doom's influence, Wanda kills Jean Grey. Before dying, Jean, with her final breath, transfers the Phoenix Force to Cyclops. Ooh! Doctor Strange and Clea manage to save Wanda, and together they magically transport the Sentry to Doctor Doom. The collision of universes is imminent. The surviving heroes travel by ship to the Raft, a structure built using the combined technology of Reed Richards and Hank Pym. Among the survivors are Reed Richards, Shuri, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel, Vision, Wong, the Young Avengers, Cyclops, Storm, Iceman, Sam Wilson, Beast, Spider-Man Tom Holland, Yelena, Bucky, Ghost, and U.S. Agent. There are also other individuals inside the raft, including villains who managed to infiltrate it thanks to Namor.
So
Yeah, this sound like a
wait.
couple of comics.
Okay, hold on. You just said villains are on board because
Yeah,
they
just
were
like
able to get on because of Namor.
they snuck on, just like in the comic book. So in the comic books, Reed ended up building a raft by himself. He ended up saving the Future Foundation from the incursions, the final incursion at least. Um, Future Foundation was on there. I believe Spider-Man Miles Morales was on there as well. I think both of the Spider-Man actually was on there. Probably, I could be wrong. And then the Cabal was actually on like the back end of the actual ship, and they came out as well, which I believe was Namor and some other people, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's seeming more one to like a Jonathan Hickman, or they're taking out the fire aspects of it, and now they just intermingling it with the movie aspect of it, and now we getting a beautiful mesh of all the stuff again.
It sound comic book wise, it sound like they kind of playing off of a couple ideas. Like what they were saying there for the Century makes me think of like the Dark Reign run. Even though obviously we don't have like Norman Osborn, but there might be some things that they kind of pull from that. And it feels like that's the case there. The idea, what is that? What is the comic book with where Cyclops does actually get the Phoenix Force?
It wasn't Avengers versus X-Men, was it?
Mm,
Was it Avengers versus
no,
X-Men?
I don't think so.
Because it was the Phoenix Force was coming to Earth for
It might be.
what's her face, and I believe
Yeah.
that was when Namor got a portion of it, if I'm not mistaken. Cyclops and some other people. I think I can't remember.
No, I think you're right. I think it was out of that run, but it sounds like that it would be a little bit of a play on that. I'm not gonna lie, this does sound like things that Marvel would actually do. They like we always say like, oh, they don't use the comic books, they don't use the comic books, they don't use the comic books enough, they don't go off of it. It's not that they don't, it's just that they do like an amalgamation of a bunch of different comics, and like it's told in such a unique and different way that people are like, I can't connect that back to the comics. But like if you really sit there with it for a second and see where all of the pieces kind of align, they did actually go via the comic book. It just wasn't necessarily the way that you wanted it to be. You wanted it, like, going back to what a lot of people argue about, you want it to be 1-to-1. But the thing is, the MCU is not at a story narratively for it to be able to be 1-to-1. So this is up their alley. Like that's why this is something that I could see end up playing a part. My this is, what's the runtime again on these movies?
2 hours and some change in between.
That's
2
the
and
only
3
part that
hours.
I'm concerned about. I'm gonna be honest with. I think that both of these movies need to be 3 hours. As much as I don't want to sit in a movie theater for 3 hours, I think that it needs to be.
I don't think it's a permanent timestamp as of right now, since it's still so far away from the release of the film. We still have a year plus until the release of the film. So I think they're shooting for a 2.5 hour movie, but I think they got wiggle room for
It would
to be
probably
3
end up
hours.
pushing that last 30 minutes out too. Can't forget about that, which they won't start doing that until what? January, February?
Yeah.
So that usually that is where, if it's going to get any growth in terms of runtime, it's going to be there. That'll be the position. That'll be where it'll be. They'll be like, yeah, we got to have a scene. My thing is, I just feel like it's going to be a lot of snapshot moments. And the reason why I hate that is because, like, this is what would be frustrating for a lot of the comic book fans too. I feel like is you like if they do use something like the Century going haywire and a Dark Reign-esque kind of vibe, right? That's something where when you read that in the comic book, that stuck with you for a second, and to have something akin to that translate in the actual movie, and it isn't given that justice of like you being able to really feel how impactful this actual moment is. And to me, that could be if it's anything less than any moment that we've seen from Century and Thunderbolts, then that would be less. That would be non-ideal. I would want it to be something where it stops everything in its tracks, because that's what it would do in the comic books. If the Century went haywire in Dark Reign, when the Century went haywire, it stopped everything. Like, oh, we fighting over Asgard and all of this. Yeah, okay, whole thing just switched up. He turned into the Void. We got to do something about this, or at least the Dark Reign. What if? I'm not sure if he went I can't remember if he went full Void in the regular Dark Reign story, but I know he did in the Century Kills the universe. What if? But anyways, still the sentiment is the same. You want to feel that moment. It's something where if it's 15 different things happening, that should stop everything in its tracks in that moment. And again, the reason why I guess I'm concerned about that is because going into these movies, we got to take scenes and experiences like that, and we got to have them fit against the idea of Thor, as an example, meeting the Sentry or understanding who the Sentry is in the same like allotted 2 hours and 30 minutes. I just don't like that. I don't. Now it's part 1 and part 2, so okay, maybe they could stretch more of this stuff, but it just all depends on how much Doomsday is supposed to establish, and then how much can actually be pushed off to the Secret Wars movie, unless they did something in between that was tied into it. But y'all said they took that slate off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't like that. I like that slate being open, and I thought that it should be filled with something, specifically something that could connect Doomsday to Secret Wars. I thought that was a good idea, but I guess they didn't.
To read more on it, the Cabal formed by King Thanos, the leader, the Maestro, the Maker, Black Swan, Namor, Corvus Glaive, and Proxima Midnight are also on the raft as well. As the collision becomes imminent between the two worlds, the remaining heroes and villains that are on the battlefield, badly injured, fail to survive the impact. The worlds collide violently. The raft sinks into the depths of the ocean and eventually enters the quantum realm. Inside, everyone faints into darkness. At another point in time and space, a massive battle erupts at the TVA where Doctor Doom faces the multiversal Avengers, assembled by Loki. The team consists of Captain America, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man Tobey Maguire, Blade, Elektra, Gambit, Wolverine, Deadpool, X-23, Captain Carter, Thor, along with variants of Captain America and Thor, and the superior Iron Man wielding the Infinity Stones. The fight takes place in the Void as the heroes face off against an army of Doombots and Doctor Doom himself in an epic and devastating clash. Despite their combined strength, Doom defeats the multiversal Avengers, leaving only Thor, Loki, and Captain America Steve Rogers standing. Let me see what else they got.
You said Corvus Glaive, though. I could have swore he was. I guess they're going back in time or using a different version of him.
Nah, multiverse. Yeah,
Multiversal. Yeah.
everybody is on the board now that can be used.
Yeah,
This is the end of the multiverse.
Gonna stay for good, and some people never coming back.
Yeah, or they're getting recast. I'm curious about this Ghost Rider. They're bringing in people that people have been waiting for quite some time, and I'm curious how they're gonna do it, because they have an opportunity to really do some outside of the obvious. Obviously, we know they're doing they're spamming all the old, what's the word? I can't remember. The old characters that played characters back in the day.
Kinda.
They spamming a nostalgic vibe, but at the same time, it looks like the story is actually sound. It actually sounds like something that we've noticed in a comic book film.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is gonna be a similar setup in regards to the older characters as Deadpool. I think it's gonna be very similar to that. Like, we don't have a bunch of screen time for you. We do want to get you out there. We are gonna like milk the nostalgia vibes, but I think that's what it's gonna simply kind of be, is like you get a walk, like how we got the Blade walkout in Deadpool. There's gonna be a Ghost Rider kind of him coming in from the frame, and all you see is like the motorcycle at first, and then out of nowhere the motorcycle is now on fire, and you see, and it gradually pans up to the flaming skull. I think it'll be something like that, in all honesty. I don't, and then yeah, you'll get him fighting but I don't think it's gonna be at a satisfying level. Again, my thing is time wise. I really don't think that it's like you'll get Ghost Rider do one cool thing, and then you may never see Ghost Rider on screen again. But the story might still be, again, just because I'm saying this does not mean that the story has to be bad.
They can use
The
it
story
just as
could be
introduction.
A1. Yeah, and it's just right. It's just you let us know that this character is here. They do one thing to make you understand that they're either on the good side or the bad side, and they do something that could be looked at as being pivotal and helping in the larger fight. But I don't think, like, that's why I don't like the nostalgia thing and like the spamming of the nostalgia vibe, because I don't know how, like, if the story got to just be A1. The story, if you doing those little things around it, cool, but the story got to be perfect. So I just had to see, like, all of that stuff. Yeah, I know people gonna be excited about it. I know when they start listing out more of these characters that's gonna be in the film, people gonna be excited by that. But you can't fool me. You know what I mean? Just because you gonna have Ghost Rider using his chain thing to hold Thanos' arm down, and that's the only scene that you see of him, as an example. Or you have. What's another character that we haven't seen that could come back? Give me anybody.
So what's the opposite though? You want them to go into explicit detail with all of these characters?
No, I know they can't, and I'm not expecting that from them, nor do I think anybody should expect that from them. But I think you should lower your expectations in regards to when we hear these character names, because if the goal is, which I think the goal should be, is telling a really good comprehensive story, something that can restore faith, not just for people like us that's kind of coming around to this phase, but also to the masses. I think storytelling trumps all of that. I think having the best story possible is going to be the thing. And I think if people get caught up on a Ghost Rider or a X-Men, like yo, you might have 2 seconds with Cyclops as with the Phoenix Force. It might be a 2-second thing that you see flashed on the screen. You got to be okay with that if it's for the larger story. If that's something that mean a lot to you, like the idea of seeing these characters and seeing them have one last shine, I don't know. Just again, if you got high expectations, I don't know where and why you had them. Because I don't think in 2.5 hours they gonna have time to have Ghost Rider beating somebody up, to have the Phoenix Force Cyclops doing something, to have
But I think you're looking at it from just a one movie standpoint when they got 2 movies where they could utilize these characters.
if they both at 2.5 hours, I still think that it's a lot of characters.
It is.
It's a bunch, like, bro. If you could put 20 in each.
We know most of these characters are only gonna get that brief showing just to show them. But like it's a reason why Cyclops is getting that Phoenix Force, and it's a reason why, according to this leak, he survives as well. He's gonna be a focal point in that team that's fighting back after they get from the raft and Doctor Doom creates Battle World. So we're gonna be able to see Cyclops in that, like, certain things. The type of stories that they put for certain characters, you understand. All right, hey, like, just noticing they got Reed Richards, Shuri, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel, Vision, Wong, the young Avengers, Cyclops, Storm, Iceman, Sam Wilson, Beast, Spider-Man, Tom Holland, Yelena, Bucky, Ghost, and U.S. Agent. It seems like these are all characters that we should assume are at least continuing, at least for the near future of Marvel.
All those names that you just named, we should see more of them, right?
And then
like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you just rattled off about 8-9 names. Mm-hmm. That's an Avengers cast in and of itself. And they should, and I agree that they should have a more prominent role. They the characters who we've been seeing throughout the MCU. So it's just like, what room does that really leave for a character that you ain't seen in 20 years?
But you don't
like,
you don't necessarily have to beat niggas across the head with the characters. If you bring them back to the light right now, it's only going to push more people to be like, I want another film with a new character now. It's kind of working hand in hand with what they're trying to achieve. They're trying to finish up this multiversal madness that they've been going through, and then also build towards the future as well, and get people excited for the future as well. You can drop Ghost Rider in this motherfucker. Niggas is gonna be like, hey, this is the most fire Ghost Rider I've ever seen, and he's only gotten 5 minutes of screen time. Imagine what they can do if that nigga is in his own unique movie.
No, I agree. I think that using it as a showcasing is fine. I just wonder if that's something like, I know fans, we have super high expectations when it comes to this stuff. So that's what I'm kind of, when I'm saying like that 5 minute screen time, to me, I think that's fine, because I think if you did anything more than that, it would take away from the storytelling aspect of it itself. The story itself, whether we like it or not, is built upon the stuff that's been happening in the MCU. Like those, like the kid, like even if we're talking X-Men, there's more of a continuity in recent times with a Wolverine than there would be for Nightcrawler, right? So in terms of storytelling, I would expect to see more of Wolverine. Like if they got Deadpool in there, Wolverine and Deadpool, I would expect to see more coming off of that, because it actually follows a story and a narrative that's already been introduced. Then if they did it with Nightcrawler, where it would feel like out of left field, we ain't seen Nightcrawler. Some people haven't seen Nightcrawler. Like, it's kids out there that's been following the MCU, and they haven't seen these characters. They don't know. We know them because we or at least old enough. Like, yeah, and it's cool to have them in there to kind of cater to us for nostalgia, but storytelling wise, nah, it's got to be the main people. Like those names that you listed off earlier, that's who I expect to see making up a bulk of the film. Fantastic Four, I expect to see making up a bulk of the film. Bucky, or no, excuse me, Captain America, what's his name? Anthony, I'm just saying Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie is Captain America. I expect, yeah. I expect to see Afro-American, Captain Afro, more than I expect to see like anybody from like Storm, as an example. I expect, like, now granted, would I rather see, like, as a fan, would I rather see Storm for more time than Captain Afro-American? Yes, I would. Yeah, I absolutely would rather see that, but that wouldn't make, again, narratively wise, that wouldn't make sense. Now I will say this: the people that we saw in that post-credit scene with the Marvels, like the X-Men from that portion, I think that would make more sense. I think the council that we saw in what was that? That was Multiverse of Madness.
The council
with no with the Illuminati that we saw in that was in yeah. I like having something with them where it's before Wanda did what she did. You know, because again, since we got everybody is up for grabs, if it's before and we kind of remember the risks that remember what they was going through in their own universe, right? They was kind of on this incursions wave, etc. So if you were to go and grab them before Wanda made them look like child's play, I would actually understand there being a little bit more of a narrative with those specific characters. But again, I can't expect nostalgic characters or even like Sentry. So we may see the I'm really just hoping that they do the whole Sentry moment well, not just with the Thunderbolts crew seemed to get that whole thing good. It was solid. That was decent to me. Them understanding the brevity of like, okay, how crazy this man actually is. I just don't want him. I don't want that moment to get nerfed. But yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of pieces. I'm trying to look it up now. How many Marvel characters have we seen since? We gotta technically count Blade, right? Because we saw Wesley Snipes' Blade. So when did Blade come out? 95? 98. Since 1998. Like, bro, it's so many It's so many.
Mm-hmm.
How many have we seen? How many Marvel comic characters have we seen? A movie.
But I'll just say real quick to things Robert was reading. I mean, this sounds good from the story. I mean, we can only take it with a grain of salt, but it seems like they're going in the right direction. But I don't think it should be 3 hours though for this first one, because Infinity War was only 2.5 hours, and I feel like
They got a
yes,
lot
there's a lot of
taken
characters.
care of.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, but like you're saying, we don't need 5 minutes of Blade. We don't even really need 3 minutes. I mean, 5 minutes of Ghost Rider. He can be in scenes. He just really needs like 2 or 3 minutes. He can say something. He can do something. Bam, that's your scene with Ghost Rider. Because if you're really trying to go into the mutant saga, I feel like they should be focusing on Fantastic Four, because you have Pedro Pascal as your Reed Richards. Then you got to focus on, okay, we have Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men right now. That's going to be our bread and butter. So this X-Men movie, you can obviously focus on Doom, but I think 2.5 hours is more than enough time to get that story going. And then once you go to Secret Wars, then you can be like, okay, this is where we have these characters going this way, and this we have these characters we're bringing in. We're going to throw in some more nostalgia for you all. But I think with the different Avengers teams or the different teams that they're going to have introducing Doctor Doom, I think they'll have more than enough time introducing all of them though.
I think
Yeah, just people can't have high expectations. I completely agree with that, D. That's my only thing is I don't. If people are upset at the idea of them possibly only seeing Nightcrawler for 3 minutes, to me you can't do that here. It's just not. You got to be okay with it. To Sage's point, being like a showcase. Here, I'm giving you a quick showcase of this character. We're gonna see how fans react to it, kind of like Gambit. How Gambit was in Deadpool. You see how they took the feedback from that and go, okay, yeah, we want to use Gambit again because it had a massive impact on audiences and fans. I need fans to understand 90% of these characters that we haven't seen throughout this continuity are going to be Gambit. And you just got to be cool with that. I'm cool with it. Sorry, cut you off, Sage.
No, you good. They're taking like key things that the community or the fan base has been saying too. Like I can't remember the brothers, who's directing Avengers. I can't remember. Russo brothers. They said, "Hey, Gambit, tone down this accent real quick so that people can actually understand you," because that's what a lot of fans were saying. They couldn't necessarily understand them with the accent so thick like that. And they're taking that and trying to make a better experience. It seems like they've been doing that with a whole lot of factors within this movie so that they can come back swinging. And I think even if they do just show Ghost Rider just for a little bit, I think it still will be the showcase. D, like how you brought up, they're pivoting towards the mutants, but they're not only just pivoting that way. They're also pivoting towards the supernatural and the cosmic side. So I think this would be the absolute perfect time to bring in somebody that they should have brought in fucking years ago, and that is Nova. I think this would be
coming.
I thought Nova
perfect
died.
time.
No,
They just his people, the Xandarian people. I believe they died in that first Guardians of the Galaxy film.
Yeah.
The Force. I can't remember.
Death is not really a limit here.
Yeah.
That's the other thing to kind of remember is they can go back in time and get anybody they want.
Yeah. I think they have some opportunities to really bring in some heavy hitters, because I think the villains after this saga is complete, these villains are going to be like top tier. We're going to get Galactus again. We're going to start to get Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse and all of these other people.
Nova Corps would be an amazing asset in the MCU.
Because
we need another like shield sword. So I 100% agree with you.
They can go to Captain Marvel, I can't remember what her name is right now, and be like, hey, I know you had some issues. But the craziest thing came to mind. You won't get as much flack if we put a black man in here and his name is Blue Marvel. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. if a fan base is gonna get upset,
Ultimates.
they gonna pick the nigga more than they pick the white woman. That's the
I felt
sad
like
truth.
Thunderbolts was kind of their toe, like them stepping over the line of like, we're gonna like technically yes, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, but I feel like with how commercially successful Guardians is, I can't really look at them that way anymore. But I feel like Thunderbolts has been the latest edition of that, where it was kind of like a little bit more obscure. The cast was a little bit more obscure, but it was a risk that Marvel took with reward,
And it worked.
and it worked. I think that them doing something like that with the Ultimates would be a really good idea. To your point, that's Blue Marvel, Captain Marvel, Spectrum, characters with that kind of cosmic background being on a team. I feel like Nova Corps being a universal kind of advisor after all of this is done. Yeah, okay, we had the TVA, but TVA, look at what you've done. So we need another governing force or body. Could that possibly be the Nova Corps, which has seen and been through it all essentially by the time we get to the end of Secret Wars, right? I also think like I know that there was talks at one point about like Captain Britain being a thing. Because Captain Britain also brings a kind of like force with it, similar to the Nova Corps, similar to Shield. I don't think I would be mad if they entered like some of the people that bring like things with them. That's who I think would be really good for them to at least have some form of ushering by the end of Secret Wars. Seeing a bunch of those different councils groups saying, look, all of us had everything kept to the TVA, and the TVA got us in this position. We need to be able to be more in more control and in more understanding of our specific sectors in the universes and across the multiverses. And having groups that kind of piggyback off of each other, be it Nova Corps with Shield or Sword, or be it like a Captain Britain's forces. I can't remember what that group is called, but it's essentially like the Council of Captain Britain's. Having that be something that could keep everything in check and keep everything together. I don't know whether they would do Counselor Reed or they would have the time to do Counselor Reed, but something like that also won't necessarily be off-putting. But I think that's the move. That's to a point. If they go and bring in stronger, crazier, and bigger bads as we go forward, yeah, it need to be something there. Like there need to be like some like strength to justify, strength that you could call upon to kind of help in these circumstances. That's why I also like the Shi'ar Empire, even though I don't think the Shi'ar Empire will be something like if the Shi'ar Empire is introduced, it's either introduced in like a post-credit scene,
Yeah.
something like that, or it's just straight up introduced in the next saga altogether, because I just think it's too much for them to consider for Secret Wars or Doomsday.
But that's
But
kind of like the fun things with the mutants and the X-Men. You have an avenue to go towards the cosmic side with the Shi'ar Empire and all the other factions and everything. You also have a way to go to the supernatural side with the magics of the X-Men and everything like that.
X-Men cover everything. That's why they top dogs.
It's a perfect glue point, and it makes sense.
They give you Earth stories, they give you cosmic stories, they give you multiversal stories, they give you supernatural stories, they give you everything. That's why, like, that's what I'm thinking is what Kevin Feige and Disney and Marvel are coming to grasp with, and why they are referring to the next saga at this current point as the mutant saga, because I think they understand we'll be able to tell stories from everyone, like from every avenue with the X-Men. We could even set up where they got the base on the moon, and that has its own like, I know we was talking about what's up with the Watcher. I know that came up at some point. That could be an opportunity for them to have a stronger in a live action component with the actual Watcher. It could be something where it's intertwined with the base that the mutants have on the moon, and that would be in line with the Watcher's background. It's stuff like, I hope that's the direction that it's kind of pulling and maneuvering in. Like I said, just for the next two movies, just give us a really good story. Give us something we could latch on to the same way that we did with Infinity Wars and Endgame. That's all.
All right. Did y'all have any other final thoughts for this Marvel?
No. At the end of the day, you
No,
you
it was a
already know
good,
me. I'm
good
very
little talking point
simplistic.
though.
Just make a good movie. If y'all want
Alright.
to, you want to make it comic book accurate, just make it a good movie.
That's all that matters. Couple quick announcements as well. James Spader will officially return as Ultron in Vision Quest. He will play the human form of Ultron. Are y'all excited about that? Y'all feel any sort of way? Does it really not?
I'm curious to see how this plays out because I
heard good
didn't
things
know
about
I didn't know Ultron was human.
Yeah, me either.
It's the human form. Something is going on with this Vision Quest joint where all of the AIs have been turned into human form. Technically, I guess they could have bodies and look human at the same time. So who knows? Supposedly, it's
We're
pretty good.
experimenting with that in the comics because, again, the comic books kind of now, instead of the movies being based on the comics are based on the movies. The comics are based on the direction that the movies want to go in. So they have had a run recently where Ultron had like a some type of like Church of Ultron type deal. And there were humans that were essentially like robots, but they had like their human figure, human aesthetics and such. I'm wondering if that is going to be kind of what this does here. Ultron is a great enemy. Ultron is a great enemy. He's a great enemy in the comic books. Ultron was a great enemy in the movies.
I'm glad they're bringing him back now.
They need to, yeah, somebody like that is great to have back. It's great. It's great to have him back. I hope that it's a lot to plan. That's playing.
That was one of the few shining lights of Ages of Ultron. Was actual Ultron and Kevin or James Spader's rendition of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man seemed menacing and everything. Another. Oh, my bad. Was somebody wanted to say something? No. Warner Bros. New interesting news for the Warner Bros. Discovery merger deal, whatever you wanna call it. Paramount. Oh, they rejected Paramount Skydance's $20 per share takeover bid, and this is also supposedly supposed to encapsulate both factions of the Warner Bros. Discovery, since they haven't split those things into two yet. So we know that they were going to split their services up from the streaming services and I believe live television, or I could be mixing that up. One was streaming services, one was the live television. One oversaw the rights to DC and everything, and the other one, I believe, was TV sports and all of that jazz. So they said that $20 per share takeover bid was too low, and I don't know.
It was too low because it included the live side.
Yeah.
Is that the only reason why? It's $20 because they had $17 a share as a company last time I checked. So $20 per share?
I think
they're giving you $3 on every share.
What I can tell, or what I'd seen from speculation, was that Warner Brothers feels like they have a lot of IP that could balloon in the next couple of years, which
and a lot of
they're
debt.
very right. That is also very true. I think if they play their cards right, though, we might see another Marvel Ascendance. How Marvel ascended when it first did, because Superman didn't do too bad. It did happen.
All right, let's spitball here for a second, though. Okay, let's look at it from both sides. If this is too low for TNT Sports, then we could possibly still see this deal go through once they have the split, right? That it's possible that Paramount Skydance can get this done at the $20 per share. They just gotta wait till next year.
Could be
for them to split and boom.
By that time, will somebody already take it though?
The whole thing.
Yeah. By that time, will somebody take it though? Could a Sony come in? Could a Apple
Amazon?
Come in?
I think it would be Amazon because Amazon been getting sports real heavy.
Yep.
I think them being able to get the TNT side and all of the sports that Warner Brothers has been able to have, I think they the ones who benefit the most off of it. They've been doing huge pushes with the football games. Now you could do the same thing with what 50% of basketball games,
Well, Amazon already got NBA for some games.
and they already got right, but they probably coming. That's probably coming off of their contract deals with the same contracts, with the same network contracts that they have with the NFL. Now you get 50% of the other side of it. It'd be like a monopoly on sports in terms of sports streaming, but if the courts allow it, you know, they don't look at it as being a monopoly.
Yep.
Who else? The whole thing. I'm gonna be a buck with you, bro. I don't think every company want the whole thing. I don't even think I like Paramount, maybe because Paramount also has like that football, has like a football component to it, because Paramount is what, NBC or CBS, one of them.
I think
ABC, it's one of them. I can't remember which one it is. It's not Peacock, which Peacock is what, NBC? It's one of them. CBS, one of them. I can't remember which one exactly. But because they have that component, they might be able to say, okay, well, we want CBS Sports as an example, if in case I'm wrong. But they might say they want CBS Sports and also the TNT Sports side of it. Who owns TBS?
You said TBS or CBS?
Yeah. Is TBS a standalone company?
Warner Bros.
You lying. They own TBS too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Oh, bro. Yeah, so Paramount would, but Paramount gave they bid and they said no. But Paramount definitely will. Who else is on that same level as Paramount for this is again for the whole thing? To me, it's Amazon. Apple don't have sports. Why would they care about the live action sports side? They would. I could see them caring more about the discovery side than the sports side. Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix
open
been
up
trying to
Sony.
get into sports.
Sony probably has been trying to get that market for a while now. Now they had.
I don't know, because cable, that's the thing. The cable companies took that a lot of their sports content and put it on their own streaming services. So it's like, I'm sure, so I ain't gonna lie to you. I could see Sony being the side that's like, we more interested in your comic book, your fantasy content, your HBO original content, and your games. Sony might be on that realm. Like, we got the powerhouse for those things.
I'm getting some joints saying, or some articles saying that Apple has reportedly decided against pursuing the acquisition any further, as well
I can see
as
it.
Netflix too.
Amazon. It had to be Amazon, I think. Unless Sony said we're gonna step our feet into sports, but like, it's a Japanese company. I just don't see it. I don't see them wanting to be like, yeah, you know what? Let's go tackle. It's about 4 different mega companies that's tackling sports right now. Why don't we make ourselves the 5th? I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like if the split happens with no buyer before the split happens, that's when we'll start to see more people come back into the game in regards to the purchase. I just don't think they want all of it. And if it was a headache for Warner Brothers, how do they justify that them trying to handle all of the same things plus their own content won't be a headache for them, as opposed to the tailored content that they want?
That nigga's asking for $30, potentially as much as $30
Bro,
per share for the studio and streaming service.
Bro, it's gonna have a price tag. This gonna be one of them. 50, what is it at the 20? What is it, like 40, 42, something like that?
You said what?
That the $20 per share, where does that put us at? Like 42 billion, something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If they saying 42 is low and they want another $10 on that thing, what is that going to bring us to? About like maybe 50, 55, 60. I told y'all this is going to be a high number for all of these IPs. This is going to be like, I ain't saying it's going to be no 100 billion, nothing crazy like that, but 50, 60, 70 billion. Yeah, I can see it. And apparently that's what Warner Brothers can see too.
Whoever's gonna get this shit, they're gonna have Ooh, we.
They all can afford it though. That's the part that's kind of like still make it hard.
I gotta have a good starting point. Sony could just be like, "Fuck it, we did this shit wrong. We can make it right." James Gunn, keep doing what you're doing. Fucking, we can focus on the anime side. We are a Japanese company. Hey, y'all heard Batman, that anime, that Japanese Batman. Some people actually liked it. We could double down on that shit. This time, imagine a Japanese Superman, y'all. A Japanese Green Arrow, y'all. Come on. Them niggas gonna be salivating at the opportunity. Oh, and
I do like it.
And we could make more DC related games too. Exclusives for the PlayStation. I don't know. But with Apple and who did I say? Apple and Netflix, right? They said fuck now. These niggas gonna have to come out of pocket.
Bro, they approximate revenue for the fiscal year 2025 is gonna be $86 billion. They're gonna take 50 billion of that. They'd take 50 billion of that. I mean, obviously, yeah, they got more. They net income is 7.5 billion in the fiscal year 2025. Bruh, they cash on hand is approximately 11 to 23 billion. And their market cap is approximately 170, 175. I mean, that's like literally close to 1/3 of your market cap you would have to spend on Warner Brothers. That's a huge risk. Like Sony doing that, that's like, bruh. And then again, if Warner Brothers is sitting here like, we know the value of our stuff, we want you to pay our debt. I don't know what that number, if that number increases anymore either. It shouldn't, because it shouldn't. It genuinely shouldn't. $50 billion, they should be able to settle everything they need to settle. But you know how companies are. They're going to be like, I want to settle all my debt and have a couple Billy back here for some new investments. I don't know. $50 billion is a lot of money.
The debt, it looks like, is going to solely be with the cable networks that they keep on the other split of their IPs or their properties that they own. So the streaming service, their intellectual property, gaming assets will be split into one, and then the cable networks, linear cable networks, would be on the other. And that's where most of the debt will be inherited.
Yeah. So do you buy it and then just collapse it? I don't know if you could do that, though.
I'm not touching that cable networks. The money is going to be where the other shit is.
Right, but then imagine if they dissolve TNT and TBS. Like, can you do that from a sports perspective? Could you do that? Like, you could. Then it would just probably fall off to somebody like somebody else gonna be a winner from this deal. That's the other part, is who do you eliminate that will be a winner from this deal? Like Netflix got their foot in sports, Amazon does, Paramount does. I'm just throwing names out here.
So technically,
it wouldn't be, but now where do those contracts go? Like if TNT is no longer a thing or TBS is no longer a thing, it's going to be a win for whoever don't buy this company that does have a sports affiliation, because those same contracts now are free game for Amazon to get baseball, or for Amazon to get basketball, or for Netflix to get baseball, or for Netflix to get basketball. Like that, this deal going to really shake something up. It's going to get done. Somebody's going to, there's mad value here all around. So it will get done. But like now I'm starting to really look at this deal, not only the price tag, but the implications because of, to your point, because of the debt, that this going to really shake up entertainment, whatever way this go. Disney can't buy him. Disney buy him via Hulu or no? Still can't even do that, right? Yeah.
No. As long as the parent company is Disney, it'll always come back.
It'll always, yeah. It's just Disney. It's y'all got a monopoly as long as y'all are the control and share. Woo, boy, I don't know. Sage, I do agree with you. I still hold true that I would like Sony to be the winner, but Sony being the winner would mean $50 billion, which is a third of their market cap. And it will also mean that if they were smart, they're dissolving sports, the whole entire sports angle, which is
I don't
fine.
think they're selling
But
that side though. 'Cause
exactly,
that's
it goes to that.
That's a Discovery owned company, and
But that's if somebody buy it. That's if next year, right? Like we'd have to wait for the split to actually happen before Sony can make the bid.
yeah, like Paramount, I believe they made a bid for both,
Mhm.
but they immediately said no, and it seems like they're only interested in parting ways with the IP and the gaming and the streaming side, and they're keeping that other side for the what is it called, cable television and all of that.
Oh,
jazz.
there's no way they told these mugs no. And then if they come back around when the split is actually set up, they still say no. Could you believe that?
Mhm.
Oh my god, bro, they value it at that means that they value the streaming, the like everything that's not live TV. They value that the Discovery side, they value that at 50 billion. Just that side alone. And they said, give us 50 billion. We want to settle all of our debts, focus primarily on live TV. Who is paying that?
Seems like nobody.
Who is
wanna touch
paying that,
touch
bro?
the cable side. Seems like
Who
the
is
cable
paying
networks is struggling.
50 billion? And that's like it would seem like would have to be the starting point because you said what around $30 per share?
He's saying like mid 20s, 30s is probably like the max on it.
Bro, that's crazy for a $17 share company.
Yeah, I think
For a
Paramount offered 20,
17.
and they wanted more than that. So
Imagine they go up to 15. It's like so you want double.
when you think about it, if you maximize your output with all of these IPs, because you got the Harry Potter franchise, you got the DC universe, you got all the HBO and its IPs, you have the gaming studios as well. Like Microsoft could come in and do some crazy shit and pick that up too, because Xbox ain't doing too good out there.
Microsoft trying to get into streaming
I wouldn't be surprised.
because it just gave Halo to Netflix, right?
Yeah, they
but
did.
that's the one.
But that
that's
was
the one
on.
thing
I think that it was on Peacock or Paramount before then.
Oh,
So-
I meant to forget.
I don't think they
My bad.
gave it up to them. I think Peacock or what's the face did.
Gotcha.
Using them. I
Okay.
forgot to bring this up. Splinter Cell. They actually just released a new series for that. I believe
It's
on
cold.
Netflix.
That's
Yes.
cold.
I haven't seen it yet,
watched
but
the
I saw
first
that.
episode. Very, very good.
That's
And for
Oh,
cold.
nice.
all my folks, all them folks that's scared of woke shit, I'm sorry, one of the main characters is a black lady. Cry your eyes out. And then when you cry your eyes out, wipe your tears and think of my black ass smiling at you.
Do you
bitch ass
really
nigga.
gotta go that?
Thank you very much. All right.
Love doing that.
Yeah, he does.
He couldn't help it. He
You
couldn't
forgot
help
to
it.
put the sign up. You forgot.
Yeah, I
put
need
the
to get
sign
you
up.
that button
What button?
saying Krakow has no affiliation with any comments that is made by Sage at any point as it pertains to political, social,
There's
and
gonna be
other.
people that's upset.
Put it as a ticker.
Commentary.
I'm gonna put it as a ticker at the bottom and just let it go across.
There's gonna be people that's upset.
Yeah, we
Other
need a
announcements.
ticket for that.
Yo, Lee Pace has been casted as Thrag in Invincible season 4. I don't even know who Lee Pace is. So,
He played Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy.
okay. I think he might have a voice for that. Y'all think they picked a good voice for it?
Yeah,
I'll
for
be fine
sure.
with it. I ain't mad about it.
Bet.
But
And all
Go ahead.
all episodes of season 4 of Invincible will be an hour or longer.
Whew.
Crazy. How many episodes is it?
8. It's gonna have to be 8.
8 out. That's
I'm
solid
okay
though,
with
bro.
that. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. It's gonna be a lot of commercials though. I might have to pay the $3 for that.
How far are we getting if that's the case? What's after
He's
T?
trying to close this out.
T, why you just say that? Why you just say
I'm gonna have
that?
to pay. I'm gonna have
I
to pay
just
the
stopped my
$3.
Amazon. I just stopped my Amazon.
No, but here's the thing though. Just get Prime. Prime's like what, $10?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I reactivate it.
Just reactivate it for when that comes out. Do your
Yep.
shopping around
Then
that time.
do my shopping around that time
Uh-huh.
too. Exactly. You know.
And then get your
You
use
know.
of it. And then, but the
Yup.
thing is, if you that's the thing that sucks about Amazon because they started adding the ads. You got to pay an extra $3 a month to get the ads on. So I might have to pay the extra $3 because I am not. If this is gonna be an hour plus for most of the episodes,
yeah, you know how the commercials gonna be hitting.
I just beg one thing: no hiatus break. Give me 8 straight weeks. I want 8 straight.
I think
weeks.
it is.
I want 8 straight weeks because if I gotta sit there and deactivate this $3 and then put it back on,
I'm gonna be hot, yo. You bringing up a great point right now. I'm gonna be hot
because right now I'm making it through with Gen V. Don't get me wrong, this season been fire, but I need to watch it. You get to a good part, and all of a sudden, a Jet 2 holiday commercial comes on. You're like, come on, son.
Yeah, bro, I get it. Oh man, yeah, we can't do no mid-season break. We can't do it. We too broke out here, Invincible.
The Broncos came back.
Yeah, they did.
These niggas.
Yeah, they did.
Yo, that's crazy. Did I get any points for that though?
Did I get any points for that?
Wow, that's crazy. Watch me go down here and this dude went off. No, he didn't. All right, and I'm actually glad that he not going off.
Oh, you talking about your other league and not me?
Yeah, it's a this is one that is I'm in on Sleeper. And it's a dynasty league, so I was looking at how RJ Harvey, because I have him on my team, how he looked.
Yeah, he scored.
It's so sad. My team is so bad.
But I'll throw on the teaser real quick for Invincible.
Wonder Man?
Yeah.
Oh, the one where they're in the cafe?
Yep.
Please tell me you're not going to eat that.
Huh? No, of course not. I'm just taking in the ambiance.
Ambiance?
Yeah. I love this place.
Said no one ever.
How dare you?
Why are we here, Mark?
Okay, 2 reasons. 1, it's the place where I tell everyone when I'm gonna be back in action, right? And 2, because I'm starving, since I just single-handedly saved the Earth twice in the last 2 weeks.
Hey, don't.
Can you believe people used to complain that I could never win a fight?
What people?
You know.
I really don't.
My friends.
What was that?
My fans.
Your what?
My fans, okay?
What fans?
But they sure don't say that anymore, because first, I sent all those other me's packing. Get out of here, you handsome guys, I said. And then when they didn't leave, I threw their thick, muscly buns right off my planet.
I'm pretty sure everyone else did that. There were 30 of us out there.
And then I beat up Angstrom. Find a dimension where you're not a loser, I said, except that doesn't exist.
I really don't think you said that.
And then, this is the big one. This guy, I'm pointing at me, this guy kicked Conquest's ass. You remember that? Boom.
But did you? I mean, did you?
Yeah. I mean, also turns out he was just very lonely. That was that factored in a
He
little.
was missing all his skin, Mark. I wonder how that happened.
You don't fight with your skin, Eve. Come on.
Well, while you've been busy taking all the credit, some of us have been busy getting ready for what's next.
Busy doing what?
Well, busy writing, designing,
Hey.
storyboarding,
Whoa, hey.
voice acting,
Stop! No! Stop!
posing.
Cut! That's my thing. Only I get to handle those.
Like you handled Conquest?
He was very strong for an old man.
Okay then, finish it off.
Finish off what?
Whatever this is that we're doing. This is my first time. I can't believe you let Alan and Cecil do this before me.
Right. Okay. Can you do the card now? Do the card now.
Is it supposed to be blank?
This kind of stuff, it's not really. Eve, maybe you could.
You're so lucky we're dating now.
Hey, could you make me a new burger too, please? Extra cheese with the pickles. Maybe 1 pickle.
You know, that Mohawk version of you is looking better and better.
Wow, look at that. Check out the date. It's so soon. Get those Where Season 5 William memes ready. Or don't, actually. I mean, enough is enough, am I right? Seriously, though, get excited. Season 4 is nuts.
Hey, maybe you win another fight.
Yeah. Or all of them. Maybe I win all the fights.
Yeah, I could have did without that.
Every
I feel
season, though.
like when you're putting out stuff like that, it's like, yo, you just wasted 2 minutes where you could have just, I don't know, use that extra art time or whatever to put into the season. I mean, I guess they do it a little running gag or probably have somebody else design it, but I mean, they could have just put up the Invincible coming March
So
2026, and I'd have been fine with that.
the one thing that was kind of cool in that is in that trailer they did kind of show that, yeah, like to your point, how far are we getting with the hour episodes, 8 hours total? We getting this, we gonna be seeing a considerable amount of drag.
Yep.
Whole
Also
Vision
doing
might work.
that other story with Damien Darkblood, they said this season 2.
Yeah, so they'll need this hour to really go through an hour each episode to go through everything because it seems like when they do, was it like 30, 40 minutes at most, it feels like you get that side story for whatever's happening, but then some episodes you don't get back to the main story. So it's like these hour episodes, hour and a half, will start fleshing out more of the story. Now, my question is this: if this formula works, do you see like comic book shows following the same um, format to try and rush through stories to get content out? Or you think they'll just say, you know what, we'll just do a half hour, 45 minutes, depending on what it is?
The main
No, it's
thing,
still way too early.
yeah. The main difference between this and other shows is that the creator of the series in general has a main part to play within the animated.
Mm.
I don't think they'll do the same thing with comic book creators. They might lean on them like a James Gunn leans on comic book creators, but they're not going to use all of it, type of thing.
Okay.
Sadly.
Yep. And to add on to Sage's point, because I completely agree, that's a great point to bring up. But then also, animation has just not gotten the love that would make sense for that to be the case. Yeah, Invincible has given animation a lot of love. A lot of that, against Sage's point, what's his name? Robert Kirkman.
Mhm.
It has a huge hand in playing for that. To be honest with you, I think that's the other thing is I think a lot of the comic book creators coming from like having to collaborate with an illustrator and all of these different components when they actually are penning a comic book. I wouldn't be shocked if they want to do more animated content, and studios just have been giving them a hard time on it. So first, that's the first thing we'd have to see is we'd have to see a change in spirit in regards to animation content as a whole. And if we were to get that, then yes, I could see that. Maybe on Amazon this could become a trend because they do have other animated things such as what's my joint T?
Vox Machina, I know they have that
Yep,
one.
Vox Machina. That's it. Like Vox Machina, I could see them saying, okay, well, we had a lot of success here. Let's bump this up to an hour. If they do anything else as a side story with the boys that's animated, I could see that possibly going up to an hour. But yeah, that I think outside of Amazon, we need these other studios to kind of take animation more seriously. Disney might. What If was successful. X-Men 97 was successful. And then the Spider-Man, the Zombies was successful. And then Spider-Man. Yeah. So, I mean, they're having a lot of success with animation on their end. The question is are they in a position where they feel comfortable, letting them shine more or less?
Yep.
Letting the animation side shine. I don't know if they there yet. They haven't really given any indication that they are, but they have been having good material come out in animation.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Disney, I feel like they have the faith and stuff like that is more so on Star Wars. Like they'd be more willing to do it with Star Wars than they would be willing to do it with Marvel. But that could change. Especially with how Star Wars been going. That could change. I'm excited for it though.
All right. So with that being said, we want to go to our last little bit with that Wonder Man trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate War gonna go crazy.
8 hours, bro.
Yee. After Conquest did what he did? Oh, wait till Thrag taught this nigga Mark through it.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
The entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Are you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
That's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
Guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Next! You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal. Normal, man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you are here to meet Von Kovac? Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action! Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news you'll be the first to know, unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
Not gonna lie, that it looks more interesting now that the trailer's a little bit more fleshed out.
Leads me to believe.
Not gonna lie, I thought I would hate this.
Yeah. It leads me to believe they're doing some shit where they're leaving a lot. I feel like they're leaving a lot of stuff out from us, and that leads me to believe this series might cook low key. It don't seem too bad.
I like when they leave stuff out. Don't give us everything.
Yeah.
Don't give us everything.
That's
I'm interested. I'm interested in
Wonder Man.
seeing how it play out. What I wonder too is there's definitely the metacon. Like I know with She-Hulk we already got the meta context thing kind of going on there, and it did not work. Okay, it was terrible. But I think here this may be them saying, like, them reworking exactly how to go about having that meta context within the actual universe itself. And I wonder how, like, one thing that's kind of really lingering to me is we know that all of this stuff is about to happen in Doomsday, and then the director was like, we're gonna make the last movie on Earth, or at least that's what, like, he had that moment where he added to it, but he said that part and like gave it a good pause between finishing the ending of that statement. And I wonder if like this is like almost also part of that metatextual context that they want to use a series like Wonder Man to pull on. I told you before, I really did not see where they would be able to kind of tie Wonder Man into the things that's going to be coming down the line. And now I'm wondering, was I wrong? And are they actually going to be doing that just from a more meta side, you know, like where it's like, yeah, we telling you mad things about what's to come, but as far as the narrative within this actual show is giving you, it sounds like it's just about Wonder Man itself and the Wonder Man series within the series. That's intriguing to me because I'll take anything at this point. like just give me something that's gonna help me to understand like more about the things at stake or the powers at play in Secret Wars and Doomsday. Just let me understand that part better before we go into the actual movies themselves. So if you could give me a little bit of that here and then maybe have a little bit more that plays in like a post credit for Spider-Man, it may be enough to have us all up to par when Doomsday does actually release. Doomsday is for December.
Yeah.
Dude, I really got a feeling Doomsday gonna get pushed back to 2027.
No.
It don't feel like it can.
Absolutely not.
I don't feel like it can, but I don't be trusting these December. It be a lot of stuff. If you notice, it's a lot of stuff that whenever it's announced to come out in December, it get pushed back.
No, I think they're gonna stick with December for this one.
Yeah.
They already
That's
pushed it
perfect
back
time.
to begin with.
December works because
No.
that's like Christmas movie time.
Yeah.
You're able to get more
It's supposed to
children.
be in March. I mean May, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 But the thing
Then they
is,
pushed it
more
back
money.
to December.
but it works out because the Christmas season. So if they don't get people that opening weekend, they'll be able to get that continuous budget because children are not.
Yeah,
in
they
school
gonna get
for
their
almost,
money.
2 weeks. So
They gonna get their money.
You gonna have them parents that's gonna be like, hey, we got the time. Let's go
Then they doubling.
multiple times.
This some listen. This some street
toys you think gonna
mentality.
how many figurines you think they're gonna have out there
Way
by
too
the time
many.
Christmas roll around?
Way
So
too
Bruh.
when does it come out? December, early December or late December?
Yeah.
Early December.
Oh yeah,
So
bruh.
it's like December because I remember Aquaman came out like December 18th or something. But if you got
They cutting
Avengers
it.
coming out with like what
December
December
18th. Ooh, wee.
They cutting it. They
said the
cutting
week
it to
before
get their money.
Christmas? No,
Bruh.
wow.
They said we getting that money. The number that we want, we are getting it. We're not playing around. And then
If y'all niggas want to show up in the theaters, you can. But we know we gonna recoup off the toys alone.
Easily.
Off the
'cause-
toys alone.
Because here's the
Could
thing.
you, like Niall said,
The-
you
the-
imagine what a
but-
Ghost Rider toy, like people our age. Oh, I'm gonna cop the Ghost Rider figurine joint.
Mm-hmm.
Other kids, I want to cop this. Oh, I like the scene with Nightcrawler. They want to cop that. Oh, I like the scene with Elektra. I like the Jean Grey. I like the Halle Berry Storm joint. I like Beast. It's like, bro,
Well, here's
it's gonna be damn near every Marvel character you can just cop at one of these stores.
Well, here's the cool
then
thing about
Fortnite
it is-
Christmas.
But here's the thing. What else comes out around fall of 2026? They really about
GTA.
to no Wolverine and Nightcrawlers, and that is probably going to be in that one. They're speculating.
GTA.
the
You
video
already got right. Then you already got
I'm
you
talking
coming
about
off of the
Marvel
video
wise,
game.
Yes.
Yeah, then you coming off of the video game too. So your mind is already in like toys and like the stuff that kids essentially gravitate to and that even some of the nerdier adults gravitate to. You already in that realm, especially if they got like the special collector's edition and whatnot of like Wolverine and Nightcrawler. You got that from the game alone. No telling what sales you get from all of that because there's people that care about that stuff a lot. Then you doubling back with they gonna get their money. They said, listen, y'all ain't gotta like the film. Y'all gonna spend money on this film.
They're like, we know you got kids. They like Marvel too.
They gonna want to play, and we know you stacked up your bread just for them to have a good time for the holidays. So why don't you spend some money?
They gonna hit you with the.
down
Don't
with
you love your children?
And the crazy thing is, they gonna hit that. What they say, we gonna get a preview of this. With what movie? I think it's coming out.
Spider-Man.
No, I think they said we were gonna get a
Avatar, I
sneak.
believe.
Yeah, they said it's gonna be a sneak peek of Avengers during Avatar, which comes out this year. But I think they might do Spider-Man during like the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
and then we get a sneak piece of this because it's like you imagine the kids want to go see Spider-Man and like, damn, now they're gonna show the Avengers before Spider-Man, and I feel like the marketing for this is gonna be even better though.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go crazy with this.
They moving ahead of
Then
schedule.
yeah, we didn't even talk about Spider-Man too, bruh. Because all of those kids seeing the Spider-Man movies gonna want to double back and get that merchandise around Christmas time as well. Then, like I said, Fortnite, I can already see it's going. Oh my, bro! I can see right now where I could spend $100 on them V-Bucks. The way that not for me, but
Oh,
I
like
can
you
already see it.
wildin'.
No, I can already see though where it's gonna be about it. I can see depending on how they milk it. If they milk it from Spider-Man, which that's how Fortnite run because of those seasons. So if they go all the way from Spider-Man
If they milk it,
through Christmas, you know how much money they about to buy Warner Brothers. Marvel about to buy Disney about to buy Warner Brothers. They just about to fix the rule. They gonna make so much money. They gonna be like, y'all
Bro, the
trying to
next
do
2
what?
years is gonna be crazy for their merchandise sales because you got
Crazy.
Doomsday, then you got Secret Wars back to back.
man, you got Wolverine and Spider-Man mingled up in there too.
Bro, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and then just all of Marvel. That's
Marvel Rivals. If Marvel Rivals don't tank before the movie come out,
It's damn near already taken.
I know it is.
Yeah,
They need
bad.
that. It's so stupid that they let this happen before this movie came. Like, bro, all you needed to do was keep
not
this thing going.
Yeah, it's not like they allowed this to happen. That's usually what happens with MOBAs.
The fan base
It
is
just-
the reason all the time with especially Marvel
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
The fan base is too toxic, bro. It's too toxic.
But and also though, where I won't say it's 100% the fans, where I can agree with that statement. The people who created the game has said they've had to release certain characters within the time for certain releases, and I feel like that has contributed to why. Because you know how we got like the I don't know all of the titles properly. I know Vanguard and all of that. I know Vanguard, but I can't remember the rest of them. But okay, you know how we have. I think I got this right.
Vanguard Duelist
it's like
Strategist.
Yeah, you know how for strategists, it's like significantly like they need to. They it's been people complaining about they need to have better and more variety at the strategist, and it feels like it's been going to like all of that energy has been going to Vanguard. I could be having the names wrong. Duelist, thank you.
The DPS.
That so the creators of the game came out and actually commented on that, and they said it's not that we kind of got stuck in the middle because we had to tailor everything in accordance to certain releases that were coming out in other IPs and mediums from Marvel and Disney. So I feel like that's where, like, bro, they did not get that together right. Granted, I do agree, fan base also probably is like 90% of it. But they need to do something to reinvigorate that game before this movie come out, because that'll be a whole nother stream of money that you would get if you got the Avengers Doomsday pack.
They already gonna have the skins and everything. Niggas gonna be buying them shits left and right, especially if that motherfucker is hidden. How most of us are thinking it's going.
Bruh. It's money to be made here. That you right. They not pushing that back beyond December. Y'all right. Yeah. This actually gonna be a December release that actually stays at its true date.
If anything, they might want to release that shit earlier. Shareholders gonna be like, release this shit in July.
Thanksgiving.
Turn it back.
That's right, because it was supposed to be May, then they did the Spider-Man joint. So I'm like, if you imagine, let's say it released this joint around July, like Rob said. Then you got time because October roll around. Now everybody got costumes. Then December roll around. Now everybody got their figurines, their toys, their notebooks, their color pencil pack, their book bags, the sneakers, the hats, the lunch boxes. It's like, bro, the computer cases.
But December, community going into 2027.
Yeah, I think December is cool though, because then once February roll around and they got tax season roll around in March. And they gonna put out more merch, and then by the time tax season come out, we gonna have Secret Wars little trailers popping out. So it's gonna be like, yeah, they're like, if we don't make it in 2026, 2027, we gonna make it all back.
Make it back, right,
and then some,
bruh.
And they looking at a Billy for their damn budget for both of these films.
And they want what, about 3 back?
Probably.
That's what I'm imagining. Somewhere around 3. It really don't feel impossible.
They probably making
That's-
75% of that back just with the
Then, bruh,
merchandise.
Then like we talking about the kids too, but the nerdy adults, if that movie good and T got time off from work, he gonna double back and see that movie about 4 times.
Hey, I got the Regal Pass for a reason. And here's the thing, when Movie Pass was big and Black Panther came out, you know how many times I've seen it in that weekend alone when it dropped?
Yeah, bro.
I've seen it 5 times. I went to the
And
theater.
listen, it's
but here's the funny
people.
part. Here's the funny part. On my third watch, I was like this in the theater. Gone. And then went back to go see it again an hour after that. And actually stayed up.
Now, mind you, there's other people like T that don't have the Regal Pass. I just want y'all to sit with that for a second. There are other people like T that do not have the Regal Pass, bro. And this is around Christmas time where they got a couple of days off. They might have 3 days off in a row.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, you never know what you're gonna see on you never know what you missed on the first watch. They'll go back and see it at least twice.
That Christmas weekend, the weekend after, boy, we gonna see movie theaters packed
40
out.
Yo, it hasn't happened in a while, but I feel like this movie at that timing will get the third week rival for opening week. It hasn't happened with movies in a decent amount of time, but I feel like this would be the one to pull that back. If it's good,
perfect opportunity.
Somebody left a comment. I don't know what happened.
No, that was
it was a spam.
Spam.
Oh, okay.
So I just banned it.
But all right, though, as you can tell, shit is starting to ramp up. We should be getting that trailer for Doomsday sometime soon. We got Invincible starting in the year as well. In March, we got Gen V finishing up. We got that Splinter Cell on Netflix as well. If you haven't tapped into it, please tap into it. It's pretty good. I'm on first episode. T, did you finish it?
No.
All right.
It'll get finished during this week.
So I think I'm gonna try to do that too.
One Punch Man season 3 just started. It's on episode 2. Just rewatched season 2. Very excited for this season, I believe. Anything else coming out anytime soon? Boruto. I don't know. Croco, if you free sometime this week, we could possibly do a little Boruto review.
Yeah, I would like that.
That joint come out tomorrow. It probably came out already, to be honest with you. But Dan has been coming out. Kagurabachi's been coming out. I don't know if there's. The Chainsaw Man movie should be coming out sometime.
This weekend
soon.
coming up.
This weekend coming up.
How long is it gonna be in theaters?
I don't know. Probably maybe. I think the weekend.
Bro, I can't do everything this weekend. That's why, man.
Right, bro. It's an hour 42.
That's not bad.
I can't do everything this weekend, though.
It's pretty long for an anime movie. I think.
I'm gonna try to figure something out.
I'm gonna go see it though.
Yeah, but, I might. I gotta figure that one out. I should be able to go see.
Yeah, bro. They be sneaking up on you with some of this stuff. It'd be like, bruh, you see the economy?
But here's the thing, though. Black Phone just came out. Good Boy came out. Like, it's so many good movies that came out that I'm like, I want to go see.
Hey, man, you know.
You got that Regal pass. I need to get this AMC pass.
Nah, you know what other pass he got.
Shut up. Shut up.
What other pass he got. Hey, let me
no.
let me know what's on the update. I ain't about to say anything. Don't make it hot, nigga, for yourself. I ain't about to say anything.
Yo, honestly, he on to something. The economy is economy.
Hey, nigga. Hey, if you from the hood, you know the dudes that be outside the barber shop with them little.
They need to come back.
Jackets.
We need them.
and the
They need it on a flash drive in 2025. Could y'all bring it back with a flash drive?
Oh yeah, yo, I got
a lot easier.
No virus.
Bro. They come through. I got 10 movies for 50. What?
Yeah, bro.
On the flash drive.
And a person walks through the movie every single movie. That shit always get blurry at the 1 minute and 5 mark, and then it fixes itself.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna tell you now. The way these movies are moving now, you ain't got to worry about that anymore.
Yeah,
not worry about that anymore.
That's why, hey, you know, and we need them back. We miss the recipes.
We need y'all, yeah. We
miss
need
the
y'all back.
Nonetheless, we appreciate
The
y'all
hood
for
vendors.
sticking on with us.
The hood
We
vendors.
apologize for the missing podcast. I was about to say vlog. Missing podcast last week, but we're back at you. We should be back on regular scheduled programming next week. It sounds like T and probably some other individuals within the pod will go see that Chainsaw Man movie. Hopefully, I have the opportunity to as well. We'll do some updates throughout the week. We might still have some more Ghost of Yotei gameplay coming out on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. I did see you playing Little Nightmares 3. I was thinking about actually streaming that.
I beat that. That's gone.
Oh,
I
I
beat
might
that in a
stream it
day.
then.
Wait, you
Just
bought
for
it
the
on?
scary
Please
movie
tell me
thing.
you didn't. Please tell me you didn't buy it on PlayStation.
Nah, you got it on Steam, don't you?
Yeah. The
Yeah, I
problem
was
is
just
we
gonna
can't
download it
play
off the
co-op
Steam.
together. That's the problem. Because there's
That's
a co-op
okay.
feature.
I don't want to play with your ass anyway.
Yeah, because
What was that game y'all always playing though the other week?
that we have Borderlands?
Borderlands.
Badlands?
Borderlands.
Oh, did y'all finish that already or not?
Oh, I beat it. It's done. I'm
No,
working on
but
that
speaking of which,
Jesus
we got some content over on Crockett's Corner related to that, and we will have some clips in the near future of that gameplay as well on Squad Nero podcast. So be on the lookout for that.
Here's the thing, D.
Yes, sir.
The game been out since September 12th. Of course I got it beat. It took a while, but I beat it.
Oh, September. I don't know why I thought it came out next
Yeah,
year.
no. The
Thanks,
only
September
game
came
I've
and
beaten,
flew by.
like
That's
really
still a little
on
bit
a
of
quick.
time.
Well, here's the thing. The only game I've beaten within a relative quick amount of time was Little Nightmares, and that's because the game is relatively short. I beat that. I got it the day it came out, and actually, I would say a day. I beat it within a day because it's like 5 hours, and I already know what I have to do in that game. It's all puzzles, so I know what to look for.
All right, but yeah, be on the lookout for that. We'll try to do some more scary gaming streams, at least to end out October. So please be on the lookout for that. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. If you don't agree with what we're saying, if you don't like the resources or articles that we pulling up, let us know. If you agree with it, if you want to see some particular within the comic book universe for Marvel or DC, or for the anime spectrum, please let us know. We will greatly appreciate anything, any constructive criticism that y'all might have for us. All right. So we appreciate y'all yet again. Be on the lookout for some more content. We will catch y'all around the same time next week on Sunday or Monday. Y'all be easy, stay safe, and have a good week. Peace.
I want all the smoke. Yeah, running trash bags of that green, whipping fast, the whip color of cocaine. I'm independent, they in this business to start these dreams. On the road to riches, focus on the ticket, maximize my means. It's like now I'm just trying to float. There's a couple holes up in this boat. Dose my mind just so I can quote. They focus on the dollar, feel like I'm a migrant, just touch a new island. Every time I smoke, regardless, ain't no way I'ma miss my target when I got it locked up in my scope. Watch out for the snakes in the grass. Watch out for the snakes in the grass.